This is Mark chapter 5. The maniac of Gadara. And they came over unto the other side of the sea, into the country of Gardenes. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him in the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains, because that he had been often bound by fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces. Neither could any man tame him. And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying, cutting himself with stones. But when he saw Jesus afar off, he ran and worshipped him. He cried with a loud voice and said, "What have I to do?"
Bless him, Lord.
Bless him, Lord.
Amen.
What have I to do with thee? Thou Son of the Most High God, I adjure thee by God, that thou torment me not. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding, and all the devils besought him, saying, Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And forthwith Jesus gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine. And the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked into the sea. And they that fed the swine fled and told in the city and in the country, and they went out to see what it was that was done. And they come to Jesus and see him that was possessed with the devil, and had the legion sitting and clothed and in his right mind. And they were afraid, and that they saw it told them how it befell to him that was possessed with the devil, and also concerning the swine. And they began to pray him to depart out of their coast. And when he was come into the ship, he that had been possessed with the devil prayed him that he might be with him. But Jesus suffered him not, but said unto him, Go home to thy friends, and tell them how great things the Lord hath done for thee, and hath had compassion on thee. And he departed and began to publish in Decapolis how great things Jesus had done for him, and all men did marvel. I don't know how dark of a hole y'all found yourselves in, but I found myself in one of the toughest places mentally last July. And up until that point, I was probably drinking, amongst other things, every day since around 2010, 2011. And beginning, you think that it makes you happy. this and that, but anyway, I had a series of events happen in my life last summer, and just kind of began questioning certain parts of reality and just trying to make sense of everything, trying to protect a friend, and I let a situation go to my head and just kind of manifested in a way that affected everything else in my day-to-day routine. And it just turned into something dark mentally. And if you told me I was gonna just go to sleep tonight and not wake up, I would have just been content with that. And this, in short, this whole situation, confusing and just tormenting. Well, the hardship it was, it ended up breaking me somewhat. It brought me to my knees.
Hey,
That's right.
hey,
Bless him.
hey.
I didn't want the steering wheel anymore.
Yeah.
Said, God, you take it. And slowly but surely, I stopped drinking and other stuff. I'm not perfect. I still got stuff I need to work on. Don't make that clear, because it's not an overnight thing. But God, He brought me out of that place.
Hey,
That's right.
Praise God.
Hey, hey. There he is, Smokey.
And I need to do better by Him.
You got a question for everybody?
Yeah, challenge. God probably done something for each and every one of you. And my challenge is, if you find the opportunity in your everyday life, you see somebody with similar past as you can relate. Tell them what He done for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amen.